So here we are today, we're mounting a tire on a Raceline Beadlock wheel monster. To get the tire onto the wheel, I use simple things from the kitchen like kitchen soap and a little bit of water and a cup and just get everything lubed up. And I use the soap from the kitchen because it isn't petroleum product. A petroleum product doesn't dissipate, so you don't want to use WD-40 or anything with petroleum in it because it'll be there forever. And one of the really things that's going on nowadays in the industry is we're trying to pay attention to the thickness of the beads of these tires. And as you can see, this one is about 620, which is pretty much a standard in the industry now. So most wheels are built to accommodate that. But what happens in the industry, you have other companies who have really big, thick beads, all the way up to 3/4 of an inch. And so the compression of the bead and everything is different from one maker to the other. So we have to figure out how to space it so that when we apply our ring, the ring stays flat and doesn't bow inward. Because when the ring bows inward, it puts all the torque to the outside of the bolts, causing premature bolt failure. So what we did is here at Raceline, we built these ABS spacers. And so these are 1/8 inch thick. And so anything over 680, we recommend a spacer. And when it gets over 750, it's 2 spacers. And they're very simple to use. 4 pieces makes a circle. And so what this does, once this is all together and the ring is bolted down, is it gives support to the ID of the ring. So the ID of the ring cannot cone downward, putting all the torque on the outside of the bolts. So some tire and wheel assemblies need 2 spacers. Most are just 1. The general rule is a 680 thick bead, which is just over 1/2 inch. You can kind of look at it. And that is standard. We can put the ring, bolts, start them, and go right down. And when mounting, I always like the valve stand below me, so I know where I'm starting at. And I put the first bolt in, and I call that 12 o'clock. Then you go to 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And when you got these 4 bolts tightened down, that kind of secures everything, and then you can start judging on your gap. Because when you get down to 10 foot-pounds, you're pretty much got the compression done. You need to pay attention to the gap then. So that's where we go with the spacers. So that's kind of Spacer 101 here at Raceline Wheels.